Hi Leos, this is Aqua Moonlight. Thank you so much for stopping by. So I hope you guys are doing well. I'm here to do your love reading for June 2019. So this is going to be for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs. If you guys are cross-watching for a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, I'm sure these messages can also resonate with you, but as always, this is a general reading, okay? So please only take what truly resonates with you. It's not going to resonate with all of you. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. So Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs, June 2019. This is going to be a love-based reading, a you versus them style reading. What's going on with this person? What's going on with you? There is an extended version like usual. You guys can find it in the description box below. It'll take you directly over to Vimeo. And in that reading, we will focus on this person that you're dealing with, their intentions, their actions, stuff like that. All right. So Spirit, let's go and get some messages for Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs for June 2019. It needs 3 more. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. Okay, so the Three of Wands, kind of just like a waiting period right now. There might be something that you are waiting for. The person that you're dealing with is kind of waiting for. So far, I don't get like any negative feelings here. So it's almost like maybe this is just a waiting before the actual reunion, or the waiting before something that you've been deciding on or something that you've been wanting comes to fruition here, okay? I do see it as an overall pretty positive theme. It's just, there's just someone here kind of still waiting. So let's put this here. So what you're leaving behind, so where are you coming from? We have the Magician. How you're currently being seen, so how people see you, how this person sees you, what you're projecting is the Wheel of Fortune, okay? What's coming through in the future, where we're heading here is the Moon. The mutual connection energy between you and another person is the Six of Swords. Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on here. The challenge right now in the connection is the Devil, okay? Their energy towards you is the Two of Wands. And your energy towards them is the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so we will clarify all of these. We're going to break this down. But I'm just looking at the overview here. So yeah, it's kind of like with that Three of Wands being on the bottom too, I don't feel like there's a whole lot of movement here. It's kind of like there's not really a negative, there's not really an overly positive energy. It's kind of like at this point in time with whoever you're connecting with, not much is really moving. It's almost, there's a healing period too though, because I do have the Devil here as the challenge. So we'll get into that and see what that's about. But having the Six of Swords mutually too is about healing. It's about stepping away, especially in this deck. You can see this girl up in the clouds there with the crows. So it's a very, very, almost like a passive aggressive energy here where someone is just not wanting to confront the situation, but maybe still keeping things at an impasse. So, yeah, I definitely think that here with, and so with the Wheel of Fortune, well, let's go ahead and clarify. Okay, there's a lot of major arcana cards here. I do think the person you're dealing with is still sitting at an indecision in regards to you, which it's interesting that we have the Three of Wands, which would be the next card after the Two of Wands. So that could be you maybe waiting for this person to make a choice. It could also just be the whole situation doesn't seem to be too desperate at this time. It seems to be just kind of flowing. Yep, the Hanged Man. So with the Magician, sorry, there's a bird outside that's going crazy right now. If you guys can hear that, I don't know what kind of bird that is, if that's significant. I haven't heard that bird ever until I started this reading. So let's clarify the Magician for where you're coming from. Okay, the Magician, so what you're leaving behind here in the past. we have the Seven of Wands. I don't know if you guys can hear that bird. We have the Seven of Wands and the Three of Cups with the Magician. So, you know, I know it's a theme for a lot of readings that there could be third parties involved. I do think that that could be a factor here as well. If that is a factor, you know, it could just be that there was some form of overly defensive type of situation going on here that you're leaving behind. It's almost like with this peaceful energy, you're leaving behind any struggles or anything that was draining of your energy, and also similarly this person is also leaving things behind. But at the same time, I don't feel it's necessarily leaving it behind. It's more just stepping away and maybe leaving it there to take care of it later is what I'm getting. Especially with the moon coming in the future position, I don't necessarily feel like in the near future there's going to be many things happening or many things coming to the surface. So whatever you're kind of sitting in right now with this person, it seems to be that things are just kind of going to be here for a little bit of time. And that's something that I think that you are being seen though in this light by this person with the Wheel of Fortune as possibly finally turning that wheel here for yourself, because that's how you're being seen, and that's a major arcana card here. So how are you being seen, Leo? The Queen of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Judgment card. Yeah, I was seeing the Judgment a lot when I was shuffling here. So Queen of Cups, Nine of Wands, the Judgment card. So this person is seeing you in this light where you do have this very intuitive, very sensitive quality about yourself, where you are very, there's some of you here are very intuitive, because I'm seeing a lot of very deep introspective energy coming through in this reading, where you may know things, you feel things, but nothing's really happening, but yet you kind of know where things are going, if that makes sense. Like you kind of feel where the energies are heading, you feel what's going on with the situation, but not a whole lot is happening externally. So at this point you have to just trust your intuition, you have to trust what you're feeling, whether this is negative or positive. And so you're also being seen as sort of on the brink of a really big change. Okay, so on the brink of a big change in your life here. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Judgment card, this is very pivotal for how you're being seen. But with the Nine of Wands, it's like you're not really going to, part of you, then this is again how you're being seen. So this might not be you, but this is how they see you. Part of you wants to sort of give in, and the other part of you wants to just let go, but yet you're very in tune with the situation, and they know that. They know that you're very in tune. It's like you are their Queen of Cups here, in a way where you are the healer almost. In a way, some of you are the ones who are, how should I say, like you're the ones who are the enlightened one in the situation, the enlightened one here. So let's see what the Six of Swords is for the mutual connection energy between you and this person, Leo. What's going on here with the Six of Swords? Yeah, Eight of Cups and Nine of Pentacles. Once again, it's like there's really not much going on here other than some healing. And I do think that this is a time to step away and just it's kind of like letting the things that are unseen be unseen. So letting the things that are not revealed to you at this current moment, letting them just be there, not really pushing anything, not pushing answers, not trying to get answers out, but just letting things go. It's actually very much a surrendering thing, and that may be how they're seeing you too, in a surrendering, just being very stable almost in your approach at this point, being very stable with who you are, and just waiting for kind of the scales to balance out again here. So mutually, you know, there's not a whole lot of romantic connection going on between you and this person right now. So I would assume that the people that I'm tuned into right now are not together. They're not, you know, seeing one another, probably not even talking. If you are talking, it seems to be very disconnected, or it seems to be very sporadic, because there's, you know, this woman sleeping here, the back is turned here. Nine of Pentacles, a very solitary card. So it is almost like healing though in the meantime. So for those of you who still are hoping for this connection to come back around, it's sort of like this is a very necessary transition in order for anything to start shifting. So there has to be this waiting period, almost like a gestation period, before things actually start to manifest, is exactly what I'm seeing actually. So some of you could have even done some manifestation work, because I have the Magician in the past position. So whatever you've been really trying to manifest, things will start churning in your favor, but it's going to take a little bit more time. So it's like very much this patient process is being required. So there's not necessarily any closure here. There's not necessarily any ending here. It's more like taking a step back from one another, or just still being disconnected for the time being until things again will come back around and be balanced around, okay? It's just definitely what I'm seeing. And it's a healthy thing. It's a healthy thing that I think you are okay with as well. As long as there's not some deep secrets here. Let's go ahead and see what the Devil is about, because it is coming through here. The Devil as the challenge. Why is the Devil here for the challenge here, Leo, and you and this person? Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. Okay, yeah, there was a could have been ghosting even for some of you. There could have been a ghosting act here going on, because the Five of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, there is an energy coming through of betrayal, of backstabbing here, and that could be definitely a reason why things are disconnected, obviously. What is this about, the challenge? The Hanged Man. It's actually interesting, because we have the Tower now, too. Yeah, so I think with the Tower, the Hanged Man, the Ten of Swords, something unexpected might have happened here. Something unexpected. And for a lot of you, again, these things are still not out in the open. It's almost like there's this bottling up of what's happening, but nobody's saying anything. Things are just kind of kept at that waiting period before the big break comes, or before the things come out in the open. So even if you know these things intuitively, you probably haven't spoken to this person about this. And so I feel like basically what's happening for both of you at this time is it's like a healing separately from each other, because of whatever this Devil could have been anything, but it was something that came crumbling down, and whatever it was, it's probably already done. It's probably already ended, which is why we have the healing around this energy. It could have been a third party with the Magician, Three of Cups, or just people that were toxic, you know, a variety of things here. But it was something that just didn't end for a long time, and then now that it's over, or now that it's about to be over, there's going to be a healing process kind of going on before things actually shift. Okay, so I hope that made sense, because this is a very, kind of like a very secretive reading in a way. It's interesting feeling. It's like there's a lot of resistance to speaking about things. See, a Nine of Swords here. It's like things are restless energy that you may have, or that they may have about the situation. Probably more them. But I think you're kind of just going with it. You're kind of just in the flow right now, knowing what's going on intuitively, but not doing much to change it here, because you don't really feel like you have to, or you don't really feel like there's any point in doing so. But I think you're doing okay. So let's clarify about this person. We have the Two of Wands for their current energy towards you. So they are sitting at a crossroads. So let's see this person's energy towards you, Leo. The Fool. The Fool and the Five of Wands at the bottom. Yeah. This person's sitting at a crossroads between wanting to reach out to you or not, or wanting to come forward to you or not. They're actually very much in that contemplative state of mind right now. Some of them could even be waiting on you. It's like you're both, in a weird way, for some of you out there, waiting on each other. Because again, it's that secret energy, or it's that deep energy where no one's expressing how they feel. And I think that with the Two of Wands here, it's like one choice that they have is to take a leap of faith and to, you know, fight for you, do what they need to do to fight for you. But then the other part of them is just very resistant to doing so. So there's a resistance to seeing you, or to reaching out to you, or whatever the case is here, coming forward to you in some way. So they're sitting at an indecision. There definitely could be other people involved. It could just be social circles, things like that. That could be partially what was left behind for this person, because it feels like some form of a Tower moment happened. And I do keep seeing the Page of Swords. So there could just be some pettiness involved here that this person was dealing with a social circle, or people, or situations. And now that that's sort of out of the way, they're not sure how to approach you here. So what do they want from you here, Leo? Yeah, they do want you, though. This person wants you. Some of you could be long distance as well. Whatever distance this is a really far distance, whatever that is, emotionally, physically, there's a distance, and it's like they want to close that gap. They want to be around you. There's actually a lot of passion that this person has towards you right now, but they're holding it all inside. And I think you are too, depending on what's been going on with you and this person. There's just a very resistant energy to revealing it. And fortunately, I have the moon here again as the outcome in the Three of Wands, and here's the Seven of Cups, so it doesn't appear like the decision will be made here anytime soon. So yeah, they do have this passion towards you, and I actually feel, let me clarify the Knight of Wands for their feelings towards you, Leo. What do they want from you? The Chariot. Yeah, I was going to say I wonder, definitely travel. For a lot of them, there's travel here. I was going to ask how solid this investment is in you. Is it just something, because the Knight of Wands sometimes I do question, because it can be very quick, but not really staying too long. And so I'm a little on the fence about that, because it does appear like there's still some things that have to be resolved. We'll take a look at that in the extended, I think, a little bit more too, their intentions. But I do think right now their intentions are sort of just sitting at a crossroads in general. So I don't think they really know. It's like they may want you, or they may want you back, or they may feel passionate towards you, but they're not really at this point maybe thinking of the long-term consequences or whatever else might be around them still with that Five of Wands, if that makes sense here. So that's why things right now are not moving, I feel, is because whatever this Tower moment is was pretty intense. I mean, this is a very intense energy. So whatever was attached to this, it had something to do with the devil. So again, different situations for a lot of you, but it was something that really hurt. It was something that crumbled down. So let's see what the Six of Pentacles for your energy here. So you, Leo, towards them. Six of Pentacles. The Three of Swords and the Death card. Yeah. There was a backstabbing here. For some of you, it could have been you went through this Tower moment as well. You went through a very difficult time, and now it's sort of like you definitely have some pretty intense energy here about an ending. So especially with them seeing you in this light of wanting to, or seeing you in this light of this Judgment in the Wheel of Fortune, really turning that wheel for yourself, healing, being very intuitive of the situation. They know you know, if that makes sense. They know you know. What do you want from them? Lovers. The Lovers, the Sun, the Ten of Wands. This is a very intense connection, I think, for a lot of you. It is, and that's why it's coming through like this, because it feels like this has been so many burdens that have been going on in this dynamic, but yet the connection is always going to be there. The connection is always there. Having the Lovers with the Sun next to the Ten of Wands, though, was too much burden that was carried here with this connection. It still is a burden, because things are so, for some reason or another, things are not very direct with you and this person. From what I'm gathering here, things are not direct. Things are very passive-aggressive almost. And I think that with this energy, yes, you would desire this person, but I don't necessarily feel like you are at any position to start putting in any effort with them. I don't feel like you are going to do anything. It's like wherever it's rolling, it's going to happen, and to be honest, when I compare, these energies, this person may have some fleeting passion towards you, where they're trying to gain their stability here to come forward to you, but at the same time, it's not as evolved, I feel, as where you've been, and that's why they're seeing you in this light too. It's like they're seeing you in a very soft energy, very calm energy, but it's a very evolved energy. Like they almost admire your energy. So, although this is a strong connection for you, I don't necessarily, again, feel like you're going to do anything to put in the effort anymore. Okay, some of you could just be completely done with it in some ways. Let's clarify the moon for where this is heading. Where is this connection heading between you and this person, Leo? Yeah, unfortunately, when I keep pulling clarifiers like this, it does look to me like you have the Page of Swords here. There is a toxic energy around the situation. There's a very karmic pattern here going on. And I think that this energy that is going to be persisting is going to be decisions made around this karmic energy. It's going to be on your end, though. I have you in this Sun character here. The Sun, the lovers, seeking that deep connection, seeking that really deep connection that you deserve, because something was off balance. Something has been off balance. And it definitely was a tower moment that came through that almost gave you that final push or that final enlightenment here about something. And if you haven't had it already, it does look like there will be a pretty big tower moment that has to do with deception, betrayal, endings. And I think that it's a healing process that both of you are taking solitary of one another right now. So you're doing your own kind of thing. They do still have a lot of passion for you, though. And that could be something where you may be even hearing from this person. You may be even encountering this person. If you allow it, they would probably be up for it. But they're also kind of resisting you in a way, too, I feel. So I think they're at a crossroads between, do I want to still come forward to you or not? Do I still want to do this or do I want to let it go? Which is why things are at a waiting period. Okay, things are definitely at a waiting period. So not a whole lot here going on, but I would say that whatever has been toxic before is being eliminated. And you're very intuitive to knowing what's going on. So if you feel things in your intuition, just definitely listen to that because it's telling you something about what's going on. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and take this to extended and take a look a little bit more. I can definitely tell this is an intense time period here for you. So we'll go into the extended and look at their intentions, things like that. So I hope this helped you guys, and I'm sending you all the love.